Welcome to Spiritual Frequencies Online Academy. This is Dr. G. This is part 7 in a series about why be conscious. And as I mentioned in another presentation, being conscious is a state of wordless awareness. And I'll say more about how to reach that state of wordless awareness more in a later episode. But if you read my book, Star Consciousness, there is a whole section devoted on the steps to becoming more conscious. But we'll probably cover that, well, for sure we will cover that later. But I want to mention today is when you choose to be conscious, your relationship life completely changes. Even the word relationship, if you look at it, the prefix re is about the past, or repeating over something else. And then late, well, late again is not in the moment necessarily. So you change completely your point of view and your experience of relationships when you become conscious. In fact, I'm going to use the word connectionship here for the next few minutes and use that instead. And one of the things you need to be aware of is that our cultural patterns sometimes focus us a lot on what one author called the tyranny of coupledom. In other words, looking for another outside of yourself for happiness. Do some people find happiness that way? Yes, there's a certain element of happiness that occurs when there's a good match and people support each other. But as you become conscious, you actually change your point of view and you're actually making or prioritizing your own happiness as primary. And a lot of times you'll hear from people, well, that sounds really selfish. But if you look at it from a conscious point of view, when you prioritize your own happiness and you actually experience it through a variety of different ways, in terms of taking time for yourself to tune up and tune in, to tune into the spiritual frequencies, the title of one of my books, through meditation, through relaxation, through deep sleep, through communing with nature, and a variety of other things that method people use to experience a more conscious, more in the moment experience, then your relationship priorities change. The alchemists call it the mystical marriage. There's really nothing mystical about it, but it is very energizing when you make your own happiness and how to experience it more a priority in your life. And it does require you choosing to be conscious. Just to go along with whatever the society says you should go along with, or automatic training you get from the media, from those around you, through family traditions and that sort of thing. For those who want to go that way, that's perfectly fine, and we all learn our lessons in different ways. But once you choose to be conscious, it's a whole different world. So I highly recommend that as you become conscious, take a look at your connectionships differently. You will connect with different people. You will connect with people that have a similar point of view and a similar experience and priority in their life to actually improve and benefit from being conscious. So that's what I have to say about relationships. When you become conscious, when you work on become conscious, when you experience becoming more conscious, and you make it a priority in your life, you will certainly experience a whole different world. You'll take the point of view of, I call it the energy being point of view, and you will experience others and yourself as a combination of energy. When you get around someone where there's not a harmony of energy, your energy may dip. It may not be as centered and as energizing as being around people and places, but we're talking about people here, that energize you. So you'll be more selective in the people that you're around, those who encourage you, those who accept your viewpoints in terms of your goals and where you want to go with your experience and improvement in your life, and they totally embrace that, and they want that for you as well. So it overcomes a lot of negative emotion in relationships about jealousy, about competition, about I'm better, you're worse, the win-lose point of view in relationships. But in a connectionship, You don't have those. It's more the win-win. You want everyone to have a positive experience. So soon we will have the next episode in the series of Why Become Conscious. But in the meantime, let other people know by reading Star Consciousness and by going to patreon.com/spiritual frequencies. There's a lot more available to you there.